I have no idea how I'm going to intro this review today, so I'm gonna skip it. Good afternoon and welcome to Turbo Tortoise Tech. I'm your ringmaster of the Turbo Tortoise Tech circus. Well, my name is WookiE XXXL. I'm very pleased to meet you. If you are here for the first time, thank you for joining us. 9X Wireless is going to be today's review sample. Now, I have done the 7P just last week. I'm very, very glad to have done these back to back because it's different methodologies, at least going about the same sort of task, except that this one is just slightly more comprehensive. But before we get into that, let's talk about what you get in the box. So there's a box, as you can see, and inside that box is a headset and a single micro USB cable. This is literally just for charging, except for the fact that when you connect it to the PC, you can actually edit what's on the headset itself. And it does have different bands of equalizers, which when you switch on the headset, it does give a boop boop when you do that. But that's basically all that this is used for, is firmware updates and then for charging the device. So you can effectively connect it on any micro USB to any 5-volt output. I would say the 2 amps would be better because the headset's only going to draw what it needs at the end of the day, but that way you've got a sufficient amount of amperage that it never goes wanting and then it charges at its full rate. Capiche? Now the headset itself is following the general Arctis look and feel. Closed back design, nice big circumaural ear cups. It does go over the ear very, very nicely. On-ear controls as well as a retractable microphone. The retractable microphone as well, when you mute it, the light does turn red, and when you have it active, the light will be off. So very easy to see. You can then like retract it when you are out and about and then just pull it out to do chat on the fly if you need to. Really nice little touch. The microphone itself, not the greatest quality ever, definitely better than the 7s, a bit of a broader range. It doesn't sound quite so radio in for help, like get the Chewies. I didn't hear Vietnam as much in this microphone as I did with the Arctis 7P. So it is a little bit broader range, which is evident when you listen to it back. The normal wireless function that connects to the Xbox recognizes us the same way it recognizes a controller. So you don't need to worry about that. And you can even turn on and off the Xbox from the headset. So when you turn your headset on, it automatically turns the Xbox on as well. If you're sitting down with your controller, I don't really know why you would want to have that, but it's there. So speaking of buttons and connections, like I said, on the left-hand side, we have the retractable microphone, and then there is a chat balance wheel, which is for active chat sessions, because you can actually have Bluetooth and wireless on the Xbox connected to this at the same time, so that you can use Discord from your laptop or from your phone and use the microphone to communicate over there. You can answer calls with it, and you can mix your game versus your voice on the fly, which is really, really nice. It is a cap scroll as well, so it does hit the top and the bottom, and there's a midpoint like bump in it, or a ridge in the midpoint of it, which is spectacular for those that you can't see, right? So it gives you tactile feedback because it's going to be sitting on the back of your head like that. On the right-hand ear cup, starting at the top, we have the volume. Once again, cap scroll, much preferred, so that you know when you're going to blast your ears off or not. The mic mute button, as I said previously, is right below that, and then below that you have the Bluetooth and then the power button. Now when it flashes white is when it's looking to pair with an Xbox, and when it flashes blue is when it's trying to connect with a Bluetooth source. And as I said, you can use these two simultaneously. Underneath that you'll find the micro USB, which as I said is just for doing firmware updates, connecting to the PC, power, recharging the headset itself. All of that can be handled through that port. And then below that, it's a 3.5mm jack. Now I thought this was just a normal pass-through that you can connect a 3.5mm in there and then just connect it to your PC as if to make it analog. But it's not. It's actually a share connect. So from here, you can share to another set of headphones. So if you guys are, for instance, sitting watching on the couch and you only have one set of wireless headphones, you could watch whatever you're watching through the Xbox wirelessly to this set of headphones and then hook up another set on the other side. I actually kind of like that. It's a nice little touch. Now these are fundamentally the same as the Arctis 9 wireless, except that they've got all of that Xbox functionality. That's really where these have been made for. The microphone quality, all of that sort of stuff is far superior when it is used through the wireless way compared to the Bluetooth. On the Bluetooth, it's still audible. It's not going to launch your idol's career by any measure, or your next DJing session with Mr. Fresh on the Fresh Drive, which is like a very old thing. I'm showing my age here, 5FM, good old days. Tando Tabete, I believe. She's hitting it over that side now. But if you were to try and go on the radio with her with this microphone, you're going to have a bad time. But if your object is gaming and basic communication, absolutely no problems. It does have a bidirectional noise cancelling facility to it, which I can't really test because I can't record from the Xbox without having an Xbox to record from. Now, honestly, I really like the setup and everything that Steelseries is doing with this Arctis series, because they're accomplishing the same goals in very different ways that can still benefit you as a niche user / like multi-platform user. The 7P, for instance, everything was about the dongle, the 2.4 gigahertz dongle that it ships with. Whether you're connecting that to a PC or to your phone or to whatever device, literally just about, that has a Type-C connect in it, be it the PlayStation or whatever the case is, it then works off of that 2.4 gigahertz wireless. This uses Bluetooth, which normally has a much shorter throwing distance on the wireless, but from my PC, it got almost the same distance on the Bluetooth. So the PC usage is very similar. The only thing with this is it's not permanently connected and you don't have all of the features that you do have on the 7P in PC. But when it comes to Xbox, then this thing's incredibly feature rich. You get better microphone service, all of that kind of stuff, and Microsoft Surround as well. Now that doesn't mean it's not going to be good when you use it in other devices. As I said, you can connect it to pretty much anything that has Bluetooth. So if you're keeping track, that means your phone and your laptop and your PC. If like me, you have a PC that has Wi-Fi built in. These days, a lot of the motherboards come with that now. There's built-in Bluetooth along with that. So you can just connect it up there seamlessly and carry on using it. Even the way that it works around Spotify with a power button, like single tap for it to pause, double tap to skip forward, triple tap to go backwards, all of that works exactly the same. So you're not losing out on an experience at any point. It's more just how it interfaces with the platform. I will say though, for headphones of this price, the audio quality is a little bit wanting, but you can tune it with the built-in equalizers, which is a really nice feature to have. In this one, you can have 4 different equalizers on the device. And like I said, that stereo split is like vicious on these headsets. If you look at something dead on and you even do that, or like even a small amount, it'll flip onto the headset side that it's supposed to be on. Like it feels like almost like there's a sound curtain running down the middle, and things on this side and this side are not audible to each other. It's extreme, the stereo split is. All in all, I think this rounds out their product suite quite nicely. I would like to see slightly better quality magnets and stuff used. They are 40mm neodymium, which is pretty much that, and 50mm are pretty much the run rate sort of item for this kind of setup. I just feel like the audio quality needs quite a lot of tweaking to get the most out of it. Albeit I have used this on the Bluetooth on PC for the majority of my time, and yeah, look, overall it's still pretty much the same as the 9X experience. Just thank goodness they took the, like, there was a weird audio modifying thing. I think it was, I can't remember if it was Dolby, I think it was Dolby DTS that they had on the Arctis 9, which was horrifically bad. This was much better. I did test the virtual surround in Windows. Unfortunately, I don't have any games or any media or anything that can really take hold of it. What I will say on that is, if the game has an audio position that it's trying to represent itself, that will interfere with it. But if it's something that has the link with that, then it's like, in experience, it's definitely going to improve that audio experience. Anyway, that is all I have for you in this review. If you have enjoyed it, please hit us up with a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the flip side. Turn around, every now and then I get a little bit Steelseries and I love wireless. Turn around.